If you're a business owner putting out social media content or any kind of organic content, I'm going to give you the 3 essential pieces to any video content that is going to be utilized for marketing for your business. This is specifically for organic content and specifically for if you're a business owner leveraging these platforms for marketing. The first part of this is going to be your hook. So most of the stuff I'm going to be talking about today is nothing new to a lot of people, but it's going to help really structure your videos and make you think about how you're actually going to be piecing it together for the best bang for your buck. You want to make sure that if you're putting video content out, that it is a good representation of you and your brand, but also it's going to go the extra mile to bring in potential leads and, achieve its purpose essentially. So the first thing is going to be your hook. Now, what I like to frame this up as to be the most simple thing that you could possibly do is it's either going to be a very bold question or a very bold statement. So the way I started this video, that was my very bold statement. And I could even tie a question into that, like, hey, have you ever wondered how to actually start and end your social media videos? Well, I got that for you. And that would be my question that I would start off with, something like that. But it's got to be something very bold. It could be something that's controversial if you wanted to. It really depends on the way that you shake things out like that. I typically shy away from being controversial because I don't really have a purpose for it. But if you're that type of person, be you, right? So with the hook, though, that is going to be the most important part of the video. So the next part is going to make up the biggest percentage of your video, which is going to be kind of the core, the meat of the video, if you will. This is the value proposition. This is actually what's happening inside the video. If it's a YouTube video, it's, talking about the topic. If it's a social media video, it's talking about the topic, but, eliminating as much fluff as possible to retain attention. This is where that happens. Now, to make sure that your video throughout the entirety of the video is engaging, because if you ever get a chance, if you have a YouTube channel, do this little exercise. You can YouTube or Google how to look this up if you can't find it. But go into the backside, go into your YouTube studio, click on one of your videos, and then go to, I believe it's either reach or engagement, and you'll see a graph there that will say retention rate. And basically, mainly what it's going to do is probably do this a little bit. Now, if it literally slopes all the way down and then goes straight across, that's a problem. What that's indicating to you is the amount of the video that your viewers watch. So if you had 100 people watch your video, and then it was a 5-minute video, but 90 people dropped off within the first 10 seconds, your retention rate is going to be really, really bad. And then maybe everybody else, the last 10 people fell off 3 minutes in. That's a really bad retention rate. What you typically want is by the end of the video, you still retain about 15 to 30% of your audience, no matter what that is. If you can achieve that, then that's going to allow the algorithm to say, okay, this video is valuable, so let's put it in front of more audiences. That's really how it works in its simplest form. Obviously, one of the ways you retain attention is by delivering value. There's typically going to be 3 categories of video that go out. It's entertainment, information, and education. And then the last part of it's going to be your call to action. This is where it kind of differs between if you're using it for marketing or if you're just an influencer that's putting videos out. If you're using the videos for marketing, you should have a call to action. Now, I have a rule that I talk about all the time called the 90-10 rule. 90% of your content should be value, 10% should be call to action. It should be a very small percentage, and you can up that or down that by 5 to 3% or whatever. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to call to actions, it needs to be quick, snappy, and to the point. Especially if it's a social media video, what I like to do is save and reserve the last 3 to 5 seconds for a call to action. So if it's a 45-second video, and that's the meat of the content, the last 5 seconds, the total video will be 50 seconds. So the last 5 seconds will be literally the person popping on screen and saying, hey, if you're this person and you need this, make sure you click the link below, or make sure you visit my website here and book a call with me, whatever that is. Hopefully this helps somebody today. This is really the way you should be structuring them. Again, I like to simplify things as I'm breaking down content and the way it should be handled by you. So take this in the strides, really work on your hook, make sure that you're delivering immense value throughout the entire piece of content, and then give a call to action. And keep it as simple as that. And then you can critique it from time to time if you want to. Don't hesitate to do that. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little time, and hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the show and also leave a comment down below if you have any questions and like for me to cover a specific topic about something that you're struggling with or whatever. And then also you can check out the links down in the description below to connect with me. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.